This is matasa rising.
No one told the world
that
there is no basis for Nigerian unity.
Oh.
He said that, quote me very well.
We see it.
We fought this war to a state that Nigeria never expected. The world never expected.
We say it.
Britain held us like this. Britain, up to today, people talk about Biafra, they know what I'm talking about. And our use about 60% of population. Okay. I go with them. I support Biafra.
That is the way it goes on BVI Channel 1.
Virtually all the governors who have had it, demon is controlling them. They go to loot the public treasury and they steal the things they don't need.
Hello viewers, this is BVI Channel 1. I still remain Asuzu Peters. I'm privileged to have with me a very important person and an elder. He's an elder statesman. I am not qualified to introduce him properly. He's going to do that by himself. But before we go further into the program, I want to appreciate all our viewers who have been watching and following our activities and most of our exclusive interviews bordering around the Igbo nation and the plight of Igbo people in Nigeria today. Today on Matters Arising, we're going to be discussing important issues that is biting so hard on Igbo people, not just here in Nigeria, but around the world. Sir, it's a pleasure having you on Matters Arising.
Thank you.
We want to, first of all, get your background as a person from your career and the rest of them.
Well, I am Ichio Okujuku Ezako.
Okay.
I came to this planet on 13th August 1939. Did my primary schools at Enugu. I was born at Enugu, my primary schools there. Then came down to Onitsha and resumed my primary school. In 1957, that was 53, 1957, I left to school. And I traveled to Kaduna, where I started work with the Federal Ministry of Mines and Power.
Okay.
As I was coming in to assume duties, my brother got me there late for Nsukka Union. So I took over his residence. I stayed there. Within that year, I was able to do some savings, applied to university again. I was admitted to Ibadan. And I didn't say what to my brother again. So with my savings, I moved down to Ibadan and stayed there. After 1 year, my brother took over the education. I left Ibadan University in 65 and returned to Enugu to do postgraduate work at UNEC. I was there 66 when the coup took place, the first coup in Nigeria. In January 66 took place. And there again, I got employed again to the state, into Eastern Nigeria Civil Service, an admin officer,
okay,
or assistant secretary, they call it. So I was in that office, that capacity, the work came up. And I was in the war efforts. I was the Minister of Works. We were producing fuel, refining fuel.
For the Biafra?
For the Biafrans, yes. I was very much involved in the war, in that respect. You see, when the war, they go on told the world that there is no basis for Nigerian unity.
Oh.
He said that, quote me very well, that there is no basis for Nigerian unity.
Okay.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Put me to your attention, O Israel.
Araba.
That was Araba. Very good. That was the Araba.
Yeah.
Take the idea. I want to go.
Yeah.
After some days, suddenly, he U-turned. Some people say he was advised by British ambassador or what and what, I don't know. But all I know is what happened, what I saw. He turned around and start talking about Nigeria and things like that. Yet people who are being killed in the north. You killed Easterners first time, they returned home. You told Juku they should go back, that you were not after them. They went back and the real pogrom took place. And they came home, they returned. Easterners were being killed all over Nigeria, selectively. They were being killed. Ojukwu did not talk about secession. He talked about peace. And he went to Aburi. Agreed on terms. And then you came back. You failed to do what you are supposed to do.
According to what was agreed in
agreed upon. And Ojukwu would be waiting for you. So he declared Biafra. Instead of you to do what you're supposed to do, you created 12 states. You carved out
River State.
Igbo area. You carved out Igbo area. And you go on doing this, you had authority, but had no power over the army. The soldiers were doing what they pleased, what they liked to do. You had authority as head of state, but that authority was that power. Probably because he's a Christian, he's an Arna, or whatever they call it, they don't obey him. But, so by carving out the Igbo nation, they are carving that out for proper annihilation. Because if the soldier moved in to kill us, we won't stop them because they haven't got the power, they have the authority. Do you understand the analysis I'm making?
Yeah.
So Ojukwu, wisely enough, declared Biafra, and that gave us access to the world to hear our voice. That's what happened. And up to that, I don't regret Ojukwu the of Biafra. We fought this war to a state that Nigeria never expected, the world never expected. Britain held us like this. Britain, up to today. But since after the war, they announced reconciliation and that. They have been, the federal government of them has been doing everything to undermine Eastern region.
As against the three hours.
Yes. They have been doing everything in real sense of it. They will not tell me what they did in real terms to bring unity in Nigeria. None. In real terms. What they wanted was the oil in our land. What they wanted was not Eastern Nigerians. No, they don't want us alive. They just want, it's very obvious. They just wanted, read books, you see it there. They just wanted the oil, wanted the money. That's what they are. But after our lives, they would have preferred if we were annihilated and our land taken, the oil, the underground taken. And it's still going on today. Then at the end of the war, we all returned to Enugu. I resumed work, again the Ministry of Works. After a while, I was posted to the field as ADO, DO, senior DO, and field administrator, and things like that, you know. We continued doing that until in 1991, I think August or so, they created Anambra State, it's Anambra State, and we moved down here. The work continued until in 1994. I was appointed the Secretary of State Government, not the military. And in that capacity, I also was head of service and deputy governor then. I was there for well over 5 years.
So you served in those three capacities at the same time?
Yes. Secretary of Government, head of service, and de facto deputy governor of the state.
Wow.
Because by the circular, then by the procedure of them, Secretary of Government was, I was on the same level with Deputy Governor. I was no deputy formally there, so they say this. I was in that capacity for about 5 years. And when the civilians came up, I retired May 1999 at the age of three months to my 60th birthday.
Okay.
I retired. And since then, I've been in politics. Yes. Not as the usual Nigerian politician. I didn't carry bag for anybody.
Okay.
I did not talk. I came in at quite a high level. And since then, I've been advising civil servants. If you know, because he says, when the good people remain quiet, evil continues.
Exactly.
And I told him, if you feel you are good enough, you retire, join politics. As we who are educated and disciplined come into politics, we drive our way undisciplined ones.
Sir, you've given us a very wonderful road, and you know why we try to extract some of these facts from our elders is because of lessons we ought to learn from our elders. Now, from your wealth of experience and from what you've said so far, with this brief summary of your life so far, you talked about postgraduate work.
Yes.
You did after you graduated.
Yes.
So that means there were opportunities for young graduates to grab something to do after their education.
Yes.
Now, as against what we have now, where youth loom about years upon years searching for job without any...
I will come to that.
Yeah. Now, another thing again, we're trying to strike a chord in all the areas we want you to reflect on.
Yes.
Now, from your life experience. Now, during the war, you know that the current generation, the younger generation right now, agitating for Biafra, they are on the frustrating end of the experience of Igbo people in Nigeria today. They are losing their patience.
Yes.
They have lost hope in Nigeria because of the system. Now they are agitating for Biafra. Now you are among those who are alive, privileged to be alive to witness the entire process. And you said you are part of those who refine the fuel as against Nigeria today. Because these are part of the things why people are saying Nigeria is not working. So you talked about your experience during the war. You see, one of the reasons why people believe that Nigeria is not working is Nigeria as a country is not witnessing any sort of war at the present time, yet they couldn't produce enough fuel for themselves, provide electricity for themselves. But from the stories that we've had, and we want to get it from you firsthand, like you say, you are part of those engineers that continue to produce fuel. And from what we heard, Biafra never lacked fuel. The fuel supply was consistent and constant and enough to carry Biafrans all through the time of the war. Now, from all that, and another place we want you to punch up from what you've said so far is the gap, the leadership gap that we're having today. You say when you finished when you are through, you retired from your civil service duties and service. Now you went into politics, not because you want to contest for election, but you want to make an impact. Now, but the current kind of leadership we have, you have hijackers, people who have taken politics as a trade, people who have taken politics as a means to amass primitive wealth. And we wonder, when the crop of your kind, your age, passes on as they are trickling off gradually, like just recently we just buried Atuzie, the other time we buried Ekueme, and many others. And many others are also going to go. Now, what will be the fate of Igbo people, the leadership of Igbo nation, in the contemporary system as we find ourselves today, because of the kind of leadership, people who are hijackers, people who just want to use the opportunity of government to amass wealth while the people suffer. So these are the things and areas we would like you to puncture when we come back from this commercial break. You sit back there and we'll be right back. Thank you for being there. Sir, we would like you to puncture on those points and highlights we've just mentioned.
I left secondary school in 1957. Within 6 months, I started work. I was working in the federal service as a clerk. And then when I left the service, I taught for 1 year, got to Ibadan University. When I left Ibadan University to do my project work, I couldn't finish it because job came up and I went into Eastern Nigeria Civil Service. Today, you don't have those things in the state because of the post-war policy of the federal government. And then the emergence of fraudulent politicians in the states. Virtually all the governors we have had in Igbo land, or virtually all of them, were not interested in the people, not interested in the progress of the people and the state itself. They were interested in themselves. And it looks as if a demon is controlling them. Because they go to loot the public treasury and they steal the things they don't need. They steal the things they don't need. They don't need them. What is a man going to do with billions of naira? How many years will you live? You go and build houses for your unseen children. When they come up, what will they say they've achieved if they accommodate those things, they get those things? You don't need those things. What a normal man needs is ability to feed your family and train your children and live comfortably. As I am telling you now, when we were at Enugu, I happened to be allocated a plot at Ekulujare. There was civil service loan. I was among the first 3 or 5 to get that loan. Okay. And they built a new place at Enugu. In 1979, I stayed this house I'm living in. State was created. I had to sell that plot to complete this one. Okay? That is my lifestyle. I don't collect rent anywhere. I don't. I sold it to do this one. As you can see now, this house is under renovation after about over 25 years. They have just done their, what they call POPs. By these Togo boys. See what the walls are looking like? I don't have money to continue immediately to pay to paint it, also. I don't have the money. If you go outside, you send me something, I'm going to paint it. But I'm not worried. Okay? What about that? I now do it eventually. You see? So these people, these are our governors, I don't know what's wrong with them, most of them. I don't know what is wrong. They steal what they don't need.
And the people suffer, the people die.
And the people suffer, people die. Our boys are roaming the streets. They think they're building, look at the roads they built for us under the administration. It's collapsed.
So what would be the remedy?
Well, the remedy is, they say restructure. I don't know how much the restructure will be to have Nigerians, to have Nigeria move forward. I don't know.
Okay, what of the Igbo nation? Now we're talking about the southeast.
Yes.
How do you think that the Igbo youth, the younger generation, will have a future, owing to the fact that the current leaderships are not helping matter?
The Igbo generation will have a future. One, to me, the way I look at things is that we should have self-determination.
Self-determination?
Yes.
For the Igbo people?
That's the only way.
Okay.
Because, you see, even before the war, Nigerians, the fact they live by an Igbo man is enough for them to hate you, dislike you. Look at what you said here. 2 of you are sacrificing now.
Yeah.
Running this. It's going to blossom. But others cannot do it easily. Yorubas may try, but they'll be held by their businessmen, unlike here. You know?
Yeah.
Here, businessmen do like this to survive. There, they bank on government money.
Mm.
So they can find it easier to spend the money. You analyze it very well.
Yeah.
You are doing this. When you arrive now, they will say Igbo, 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 Igbo. How come they decided to join Gowon and fight Biafra?
Mm.
Because the fear of the Igbo man did them nothing. The fear of the Igbo man and the British propaganda.
Yeah.
Now they are regretting it.
Yeah.
They're full of regret. So when our people talk about Biafra, they know what we're talking about. And our use about 60% of our population.
Okay.
I go with them. But their method of hostility, violence, I don't support.
Okay.
I support Biafra.
Okay.
I'll ultimate.
So you
solution.
subscribe to achieving Biafra through due process of law?
Yeah, yes.
Through
yes.
diplomatic process?
Yes.
And that's where we're going to be wrapping it up, because the last time I met you was at the Southeast Elders Forum.
Yes. I
With
used to attend their live at times.
Yes, and Alibo Development Foundation. So these are the set of group of elders that are still remaining in Igbo land, yes, that the youths, I presume, anchor their hope upon.
Yes.
And like you rightly pointed out, that the Igbo youths have a future.
They have
And that is why we're giving this voice to the elders, so that they will direct the aspiration of the younger generation, so that the mistake of the past will not be repeated. So you are subscribing to the Biafra through the due process of law.
Yes.
That will not lead into any form
bloodshed.
of bloodshed.
No bloodshed.
All right.
And we shall be the best of them with other Nigerians.
Okay.
Though I know if we succeed, they will all disintegrate.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure having you. And I believe this is not just the one shot. We're coming back again, yes, to do other. There are other important, because of time factor. Yeah, we just need to wrap it up on this episode. I'll be right back on the next episode, bringing you back more experienced people that will open our eyes and give us insight from their wealth of experience. Thank you for watching this far. This is the BVI Channel 1 on Matters Rising. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms. From the link, you see our app link. Download them and you have all the information at the tip of your finger. Don't forget to visit our website for news update, www.bvichannel1.com. Till I come your way next time, I still remain Associate Peters, saying stay blessed and above all, stay safe. Goodbye.